Hey, what's up, Pretend Gang? How y'all doing? So I wanted to come at y'all with another video, different perspective. So, I just wanted to make this in more of a perspective on how people start to relapse just from like little actions. So I want to list off like a couple of ways not to be overstimulated to like start your day, to you know get into like weird funks that could like eventually like lead you to either just a bad mindset that could lead to a relapse, or just being so overstimulated to where you won't want to or like do anything. So um to preface, I started my day off very badly, did not do my usual things, and I felt very overstimulated today. And I just thought that I would make this video to just kind of really like nail down to my experience of just like having a bad day, and like the signs of like how you can stop that. Either maybe I don't know if it would like be a list, but I just number it off or just list them off here. The first thing I noticed, without a doubt, that starts a bad day no matter what, is getting up and getting on your phone right away. Now I forgot, there was this book that I read a long time ago. It's like the information like your brain retains, and it's like, I think it's like 10,000 or 15,000 pieces of information like per day. And like if you just wake up and go on Twitter or Reddit or whatever, you're essentially like killing a percentage of that like in your first like 10-20 minutes. So it's ideal to just, if possible, like just use your phone as little as possible, like as soon as you get up for like the first hour. It literally just like, if you had to have an alarm, if you don't have to like be at work right away, or if you do have to be at work right away, maybe just you have to use like a GPS, or just like minimal things, like no social media, no texting, no anything like that. Because it literally will like set your brain up to like retain less information. And if you like listening to music and like looking at like certain pieces of information throughout the day, essentially like you won't really have the mental capacity to do that. So that's one thing. And I feel like a way to combat that, I say like the bad things and the way to combat it as well. The way to combat it is, I feel, just when you wake up, just meditate right away. And I also find like if you do meditate right away, I think you could bypass this. But also like, I don't want to give y'all like an out, because like it does eventually like run out at some point. So it's like, if you do, you'll start to still feel it like eventually. I just think you can handle it a lot better. So if you can get up, meditate however long you can, and just like go from there, then just use your phone essentially for what you need. That's it. Like seriously, like you don't need to be on socials right away. You don't need to be checking all the messages. You don't need to be checking your inboxes. Like, nah, forget all that. Let's see. Another way to not stay overstimulated: read books. Really great way. Even if you do like have a PDF on your phone, like if you can just limit and have blockers to just stay on that, that really works really well. I find that once you start stimulating your brain in like more simple ways, like your brain will like drop down to like a way better understanding. Because like through all social media and everything, like it's just a lot of information coming in at once. And honestly, like if your screen time is looking like 7-8 hours, 6 hours a day, my boy or girl, you gotta cut that back. Honestly, like that, it's really affecting your nervous system. And like in a way, like it's kind of making you into an addict. You might not want to hear that, but it's just very true. Like it's just hacking like your bio, and it's really not making you be the most effective you can be. So yeah, try to cut that if you can. Another thing is to obviously not look at, materials that would get you like enticed or like that move your energy around. Like, stay away from like, the discover page on IG, just all that type of shit. Like, if you have to be on social media, if that's your job or anything, stay away from the shorts if you can, because like once you like look at a certain short and it's like a certain enticement, then it's like it's gonna like the algorithm is just gonna keep re-giving you shit that's just gonna like make you feel like that over and over, and that's gonna eventually, it's like the whole dam didn't just get busted by like something big. It's just a tiny crack that starts it all. So like stay away from that, please, because that is literally like every time I relapsed, I would look back and I'm like, where to start? It was never like just some like homegirl with a fat ass came up to me or whatever. It was just like something like small like that, and it builds trust. Another way to not stay overstimulated as well is to like cloud gaze. Someone told me this a long time ago, like it resets, or like it calms your nervous system down, because it's the same thing, sorry, with reading as well. You just go back down, your dopamine like goes down to like a very baseline, because you're just doing something very, very simple. That's why including meditation in this as well, grounding, like those are all things that like if you can implement those things, it will stop you from being overstimulated very, very easily. And honestly, you'll just start to notice it more and more, and your overall mood will be so much better, honestly. So other ways is honestly just, I know it's probably not what some people want to hear, but cutting down on music, because like sounds, vibration, like actual like words, like they hold like a lot of information in general. And if you're on social media all the time and you're listening to like music for like 4 hours a day, and you're on your phone for like 7 or 8 hours a day, then you're naturally just gonna be overstimulated because of everything. And I've noticed like that's very true. Like I had to even cut down on like listening to like some of the favorite people I like, just because like it's almost so overstimulating to where it's like I'm not even feeling like in control of myself. And I know like for like everyone, like it's, you should probably experiment to like see that, but like when you do, you'll kind of see what I mean. And not saying music is bad, but it's just like at the end of the day, like it has a lot of information that it's just gonna like fuck with you after a certain amount of time, especially if like you're not waking up, you didn't sleep too good, you don't have like the best diet, you didn't work out, you woke up kind of weird, so it's like I would say just with all these things like that do overstimulate you, like just give it a little bit of time, like just don't like wake up and like overstimulate yourself in the first hour and then wonder why like you feel anxious or feel like confused or feel lost, just because you literally already exhausted like everything that like your grandparents, like it would have took them like a whole day to be overstimulated like that, because all they had was like the newspaper. And I know it's not old as fuck saying that, but like it's very true. Like you just have to have a lot of control if you don't want to lose control, and if once you lose control, can't really be surprised if you're not retaining information, or like you feel like SR isn't like doing this, or like your meditations aren't doing this. It's your brain is hit a max, and we all have limits. So I just wanted to make this video. It's a little bit shorter, but holds the same good message. But love y'all kings. Y'all have a good night.